Chapter 5. Iggy reappears above the surface a few seconds later, making terrifying noises. It, it, got, got. He seems to be struggling with something below the surface as if his legs are entangled. Amazingly, his glasses have stayed on. He manages to get hold of Susie and one armed, flaps at the last 2 meters to the jetty, where I hold him up by his arm. My my leg, he moans. It got me. Iggy left his bike light on the jetty. I grab it, sheen it on his leg, and roll in horror. Is is it bad? He says. I nod. A huge, durable harped hook was embedded itself into his cuff and has ripped out a long portion of flesh as he struggled. Somehow his leg got entwined in our fishing line, and he has swum it hooked him as securely as any fish. Blood, mixed with water draining from us, forms a red channel trickling back into the water. He reaches his hand down and moans again when he feels the warm blood. Call my mom, he croaks. Sure, Iggy, hang on. You're going to be fine. I fumble in my soaking jeans pocket for my phone. It's not that bad. I keep telling myself, he's not going to bleed to death right here on this jetty. I jab the start button on my phone. Smartphones and water are not a good mix. I try again and again. Where's yours? I ask Aggie, whose breathing has become shallow little pants. My mom's confiscated it that I can't breathe. In desperation, I get to my feet and shout, "Help! Help!" Little, while Iggy pants and moans, lying on his back on the jetty. No one's going to hear you. Pants Iggy at my feet. Then he groans in pain again. I'm going to run up the road, I say. There might be a car. I can stop. Wait here. What am I even thinking? There are hardly even any cars on that road. Just four frosty trucks now and then. Am I panicking? I'm halfway up the steps past to the road when I realize that leaving an injured person soaking wet and freeze cold on a jetty in the dark is just stupid. For a few seconds I actually hop from one foot to another, trying to work out what to do, until eventually I turn and scramble back down the path towards the beach. I can see Iggy lying down where I left him. And then I stop and just let out a small yelp. Someone has just appeared on the jetty before me. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just like a magic trick or a special effect. 1 minute there's only Iggy laying there. The next, this figure it's there as well. I can't have come from anyone. I mean, there's no other approach to the jetty than I route I took, and I didn't pass anymore. It is quite dark, so I'm standing on the shore end of the jetty when I hear the person speak. He or she hadn't heard me approaching, is facing Iggy, and I don't think Iggy has noticed me come back either. He's got he he's got other things on his mind. That was freezing, bleeding, half to death. The person makes a weird snuffling, squeaking noise, followed by words. I heard you. I'll help. Iggy, who's been facing the other way, propped up on his arm, spins around, and then scuds back in the shock, slipping on his own blood. I hurried to the Iggy, passing close to the person on the jetty, who seems to be wearing a shaggy fur coat. But that's all I noticed at first. I'm more interested in getting to Iggy. You okay? I say. Sorry I left you. This person can help. That's good. Huh? I'm gabbling a bit, and I don't really understand the look of terror on Iggy's face as he squints past me through his smoked, wet glasses at the figure who is still standing there. Iggy can't, Iggy can't sleep. Tate, what? His gaze is fixed on the person behind me, and so I turn to look as well. What I see shocks me so much that I too stagger and slip, falling hard on my backside. I continue to scramble backward to the end of the jetty, unable to take my eyes away from what I see, and at the same time, desperate to put as much distance between me and it as possible. Iggy cranes his neck around, but is unable to move as fast as me, and so lies there, panting with terror. This thing has a head with a shining mass of long, silvery hair, and below it a face, a human face. Well, humanish. This is face shaped, except hairy, with widely spaced pale eyes and a huge nose, twitching like a hamster's. I'm so scared that I think if I'd been a bit younger, I'd have I'd have to wet myself. But I don't, thankfully. Definitely like a human. It's goes 2 legs and 2 arms for a start, apart from the long head hair. The rest of his body is covered in a light, grayish, downy fur that seems to be standing up. From its back curls a long tail that moves like cats too. So, both like a human, but not at all like a human. It stares at me with its large eyes for a bit, and then casts its gaze about the forest, raising its nose to sniff the air. Then it turns back to us and takes a step nearer. Iggy and I both cover, but it stops and carries on staring and sniffing. Then it shakes all over, a massive shiver that ripples its fur. Its top lip draws back, revealing a long, sharp yellow teeth. I hear a whimpering sound. I don't realize at first that it's me.